This is working title FC, but the rugby ones.
Working title RFU.
That's what I'm saying.
These have been the rugby ones. This voice you hear is not your usual voice. I've come back for the final. I've come back for the last episode. I was here on the first, here on the
Like
last.
Kim Kardashian.
We've been doing it. I want to break down what that actually means.
No, we don't want to do that.
I am joined. My name is Paulo Diaz.
Did you
I'm
guys
joined
just spoil our podcast?
by Kim Kardashian. I am Paulo Diaz, the host of Working Title FC. But as the last rugby wrap-up one, we went the whole tournament without mentioning the name, getting sued. We don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
We are we're an award-winning podcast. I'm joined by they call him the Pep Store, Ryan Reynolds, Nick Archibald.
That is very true.
Did they call you Ryan Reynolds Light?
Ryan Reynolds, not even Ryan Reynolds Light. Ryan Reynolds from Pep.
It's not bad, though.
That's not bad,
terrible,
bro.
Not bad.
The South African Ryan Reynolds.
Good quality,
Jesus,
value
really?
for money.
South African Ryan Reynolds. That's a title, man.
I do it for the mummies.
Good quality, value for money, and you can find them in every mall. And the always sexual, always sensual Senzo Satibe growing his hair out.
Yeah, looking good.
Touch my rasta, turn into Mufasa, boy.
I love it.
That's a little Wayne line.
That turned me on a little bit, I'll be honest.
That's some good stuff. So listen here, we're debating, are we too late to record a Rugby World Cup wrap-up episode? But we made a thing. We said, listen, we'll record a new episode when Damien Willemse changes his kit.
Yeah.
My guy.
As of midday today, he's still full kit wanker from
man.
Saturday. I'm loving it.
Bro, it's Decembering, bro.
Do you guys think that he's just changing out of the kit, or is that the same kit he finished the match with?
I think he's washed it, but it's the same kit.
It's just vibes.
Yeah, he's
Either
just like
way.
every night he goes to the kit, man. Like,
Paulo,
wash
how many
this.
World Cups have you won?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's gone
Back to back at 25, eh?
No, he's only got one. He didn't go in 20. No.
He went in 2019, back to back at 25.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
This is what you get. So we're going to wrap up. I'm going to hand over to the guys. We're going to wrap up with a couple of things. So firstly, I want to start with you guys. We've had a week to digest it. The Springboks are still on the bus.
I'd just like to say something. Told you so.
I believe that.
Come on.
Senzo, I don't literally think there was one South African in the whole country that didn't think.
No,
I mean, great. You are a savant. You've got some things very right.
From the beginning.
Called a lot of scores.
From the Beninging.
What do you guys think of that final? Let's get into it. You've had almost a week to unpack it.
It was a game. It was a
It was
tussle.
a great. It was a great final.
It was a great final.
Also, Oaks, South Africa have literally clocked rugby. Like, if you think about it, 4 finals won and we've only scored 2 tries in those 4 finals. Only had 1 scored against us.
It's the greatest. We're the greatest tournament team ever.
No. Greatest rugby team ever. Because
Is that how far we're going to go?
not far. It's a fact.
I love it. I had this discussion with friends the other day because when we think about
Chandler Bing, R.I.P.
RIP. I always everyone considers 2011 to 2015 All Blacks as the best team to ever live. But now, you must reconsider, bro.
But I dissected it for you last week.
No, 100%, yeah. When you blew my mind with the British and Irish Lions.
Come on now.
No, 100%. I mean, it was such a brilliant final. It was the best final to have as a rugby person, rugby lover. You had to watch that final and go, and just with glee, you had to watch that final because it was just everyone was beaming. The fact that we walked away with a 1-point win,
Bro, we didn't score
again.
Nothing in the second half.
Exactly. We
Not
didn't score
even
any
once. We literally said we're going to put the bag on the side and bring the defensive bag. This is what we're going to do. Don't touch me on my studio. We're about to dominate you.
But like they say, it's the ghost of Nelson Mandela.
Yes.
1 point France, 1 point England, 1 point New Zealand. Triple Nelson. Come on now.
That's the cricket thing where you got to stand on one foot, isn't it?
Yes,
Am I
yeah.
getting
You
that
lift
right?
your legs.
You lift your legs.
Yeah, if you're sitting down.
Okay. Sit down to pee. I know all about that.
Yeah.
So listen, let's start off the game. I mean, the red card, guys. So early in
Deserved.
the game, deserved.
Deserved, yeah.
The game's gone soft. What are you guys talking about?
Shannon Frizzell should have gotten a red card.
I agree.
Shannon Frizzell should have gotten a red card. I think also, like, what I love about this World Cup as much as, like, okay, we're South African and it benefited us.
Whoa.
What I love about this World Cup is they've gone player safety first and foremost. What Shannon Frizzell did
Was garbage.
Garbage. What was he doing?
Bro,
he
from the
literally
side-
sat on the side of the ruck and sat on Bongi Manambi's knee.
He said, I'm going to take your leg out.
Come on.
From the...
And I'm telling you it was a tactic because they know we don't have another specialist hooker on
It
the
didn't
bench.
work, bro.
Do you think that was planned?
Oh, come on, Paulo.
Hey,
they-
geez, I didn't think about it at all.
come on.
We're always going
It's
to
just
try
that
and
there's-
target Bongi.
it's just that-
always.
Rugby, there are certain things that are...
But it's a
professional.
gentleman's game. People tell me it's a gentleman's game. Things don't happen. Those are
Gentleman's game after the fact. On the field.
On the
Douglas
field.
soccer players would do things like that, not the rugby guys. Come on.
Oh, well, listen, hey. No, it was wild. I also think I had huge doubts when
He was upset his name was
Dion Fourie was true. When Dion Fourie was picked ahead of like an Ivan Roos and stuff. But there was method to a madness.
Oh, but he bought it though.
Guys, Dion Fourie had the game of a lifetime when
Doggy.
he came on. To play 76 minutes against the All Blacks in a World Cup final at 38 years old and dominate the way you did. Guys, Cody Taylor is the second best hooker in the world. Cody Taylor is one of...
No.
He's bloody good though.
We've got top 2, bro.
Yeah, we got top 2, but Malcolm Mark's injured. So
Top 2.
Bongi Manambi, the way Dion Fourie came on for Bongi Manambi,
We're back to back even there.
Unbelievable.
But like, that's the thing. Like, we trust our systems and like... 7-1 split. Normally you'd look at a
Huge
7-1
call.
split and you'd be like, what the hell is this
Bro,
guy?
Ches and Colby went down in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, yes.
We forget that. That was nearly our whole game plan gone in a blink of an eye.
Also, what we don't talk about, bro, the way Kurtley Arendse
manhandled
reeled-
Rico.
Bro, real Rico Ioane and but again, that haka was weak. You
Haka
could
was
see
weak,
it
yeah.
was weak.
They were scared, bro.
Because Senzo puts a lot. Senzo goes, you can tell by the haka what's going to go on.
Weak.
Why are you calling it weak? Why? What's your insight into
Didn't have
this?
that thing.
That thing.
But then again, I mean, when you're looking at Ireland and looking at South Africa are two different things.
Yeah. You're not scaring Elizabeth. You're not scaring Elizabeth at all.
No, Elizabeth, R.I.P.
Do you know who's the guy,
is the guy.
No, Peter Steph du Toit. I am sorry.
28 tackles.
Okay,
What?
let's talk about
he
that.
Set he set the tone.
So
set the tone big
things
time, yeah.
Peter Steph du Toit can now start tackling. Load shedding.
Load share 100%.
Okay?
Yeah.
The rand-dollar exchange rate. Let him tackle that.
He
How comes
should
he got
be
better?
he should be the general of our army because then we'd actually do something. You know what I'm saying? He should be the minister of defense.
So
I mean,
Mabena get tackled by Peter
Yeah.
Steph du Toit. Let's see what
100%.
happens. That's your induction into the army. Mabena, line up. He's tackling you.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who's playing on his father's Achilles.
yeah.
His father gave him his Achilles.
And we forget he nearly lost his leg.
Yeah,
that
never
is
got
wild.
Never
Wow,
mind,
that is
never,
wild.
guys.
died.
Never mind, loses. He nearly died.
nearly
bruh.
died.
Man was sitting in hospital with a 30-centimeter open wound.
Yeah, it was-
for
yeah.
12 days.
The
12 days.
guy's tackling infection. He tackles it all.
And you know,
Tackles it
people
all.
used to call him a fraud. Like, oh no, he's weak on defense. He was like,
I'll show you.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Actually, no, I'll hold your beer.
Yeah.
I'm still going to tackle. I won't drop a
Yeah.
thing. That's how reliable
No,
I am.
bro,
he
he
is-
recycled an Achilles. Oh, that is so
No,
swag.
he's unbelievable. And and Alma Smith, who we all remember, like big on Supersport, moved overseas doing her thing and whatever.
Lady
Rugby.
Rugger.
Lady Rugger,
Lady
exactly. She put such an incredible tweet. Like she's interviewed him multiple times. I mean, they sort of say a similar age group and whatever. But she was talking about how even his father speaks about how Peter Steph should never have played rugby because of how good he is as an individual. Should have played like a tennis or a swimming or something
I've
like
heard
that.
as well.
But he's just Springbok before. Like the guy, I'm telling you, I don't think you couldn't say anything to him that would get him out of the mindset that I'm going to kill you. Like he just locks in. He could be a sniper for America's like bloody army. He would be unreal. He's just so focused.
But he's also one of the guys that go like, okay, someone is, and listen, we're getting to libelous territory here, right?
Yeah.
Could be a guy like, okay, we found someone murdered. He's dead, right? Who killed him? All the evidence points to him. No ways. That dude is 6 foot, blonde, blue eyes.
Yeah.
Wasn't him. Clean shaven, sponsored by Gillette. Right?
He's getting Gillette.
He's getting Gillette,
my
man.
God.
He's getting that good.
That because you know Gillette, bro. There's only Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, and
Hey,
Brian
listen,
Abanish
talking
Photoshop.
about Federer up there in the
swag.
stands,
You see him, man?
Springboks.
So
Elon
cool.
Musk, take a note. Take a note.
But Elon Musk is Roger Federer is actually cool.
Guys, Elon Musk is a sociopath. I don't want him there.
Yeah, honestly.
Guys, honestly, no, I don't want Elon
He's a
Musk there. You're
tryhard,
mad.
And at that exact moment, Ryan Tinline walks in, the only man I know that pays for Twitter.
Yeah,
Ex-Blue.
it's very
Only
true,
person I know.
yeah.
At a convenient moment, Elon Musk sends his people in to spy on us.
But you do know Roger Federer's half Sapphire, hey?
No, but
His mom's from the East
But he
End.
wasn't.
Yes,
but
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He wasn't even born here. Doesn't even have the connection that Elon Musk has.
Come on.
Elon Musk, take a note. Even Djokovic is getting in on the act.
Hey, bro, Rita Ora was...
Hey, there was something dodgy going.
Bruh, Novak. After Novak's like...
No, but Novak's a family guy. His kids right there.
Really?
Wimbledon. He is, man. Come on, what are you talking about?
I'm the best tennis player.
Listen, Novak Djokovic had 2 pieces of chocolate after winning Wimbledon. He goes, "Oh, I've spoilt myself." That guy's not running. He's not running.
let's
around.
be
Come on.
honest.
No, he's not running around.
He's Novak, bro.
Let's
Novak.
not cost.
No vax. No
Let's
vax
not cost
Djokovic.
aspersions.
He's vegan now, yeah.
He's
he
been
is.
vegan for 12 years.
Shame.
That's what you.
No, not shame. Him, and this is a complete side note, him going vegan has made him the greatest tennis player of all time.
No,
I swear to God it has.
Are any Springboks vegan?
No,
that's
I don't
not
think
happening.
that's allowed.
What is that?
No, it's not.
No,
Wait, hold
purely
on.
testosterone.
Hold on. You just blasphemed. Him going vegan, so he had to give up death to go Super Saiyan.
Exactly.
Okay, we're getting into Dragon Ball.
No,
No, we're getting reeled in. We're getting reeled in.
This is where I get lost.
Roger Federer did it with one hand, my friend.
Okay, this is where I get lost.
Stretch.
Nick,
I mean,
So-
he does play tennis with one hand.
Pollard elite. That man has
Come
no.
on.
I mean, he could kick me and my life and get into order, right? Everyone's been saying that. This is what happens.
100%.
Guys,
The man
give him something. I don't know
What
we're gonna
what
do.
makes him panic? What do you
Nothing.
think makes him panic?
Nothing. Man has never panicked in his life. I don't think he's ever been stressed. Like, he needs to be studied constantly.
Senzo, give us a breakdown of the match from this point, right? So plans get changed, people starting going down, red card. What I was looking at that is going, and listen, people go, okay, well, Springboks, you played against 10 men. We also had at 2 different periods men off. So for half the second half, we also playing was 10 men. Sorry, a soccer guy. 14 against 14, right?
Yeah.
How much of a difference do you think that red card makes? Because New Zealand, man down, were giving us a hell of a game, or was that all meant to be?
But Nick alluded to it, like New Zealand, when they're a man down,
They know how to play.
Look at the game management.
Yes, they're so good at game management.
It's like in football, they say the most dangerous team is the worst lead to have is being one up against a 10-man side because
They got one option.
and everybody doubles up their efforts. So it's one of those things. And also when they 14 of you as opposed to 15. Now it might be a structural change, but like now we know what to do. Because if it's not a center, because if your center gets a red card, you're in the mire because like
it's a center and a prop.
a center and your prop, that's the mire. But like everything else
we can manage.
we can
And I think also it was definitely the right call. But the fact that Sio also got a yellow card and then Chesn also got a yellow card sort of leveled it out. But New Zealand are the kind of team, and I truly believe we have now become the kind of team, and it's only New Zealand and South Africa that can manage a card well.
Yes.
Like that's it. Everyone else panics. We're the only 2 sides who don't panic. The fact that they took us that far with 14 players for what? 60 minutes?
Bro, they
57 minutes?
Bro, they dragged us into the swamp. Bro. It was a dogfight. But then again, the try was a forward pass. But like, I'll let that one slide.
Yeah, it was a bit dodgy.
No, it was a forward pass, but like, it is what it is.
But also, again, I think it was a brilliantly refereed final.
Bro, I told you about Wayne Barnes.
Wayne Barnes doesn't miss.
Wayne Barnes is the greatest ref in the world.
By a country mile.
Is he retired from all rugby now? Just World Cup rugby?
No, I think he's retired from all rugby.
From all rugby.
He's a lawyer.
You know what? You could
he's
see
going
that.
to practice
That was
now.
listen. No matter what sport you're into, that was an example of how to handle an elite level World
Pressure
Cup
cooker,
final.
yeah. Like between
he was
pressure
calm,
cooker,
he
weather,
had respect,
two colossals,
authority.
bro.
the biggest rugby match in history, and he refereed it so brilliantly.
Would we
well.
say the same if we lost?
Yes.
That's fair. That's
Genuinely,
fair.
because I think
Every
also we spoke about the dream final. I think, like, as an outsider, that game was brilliant. Like, every single moment was tense. I mean, the fact that we didn't score in the second half from a South African perspective, but, like, honestly, it was just such a well-run game. And Barnes is just so bloody good at communicating. Please, can he? He needs to consult at radio stations. You know what I'm saying? He's so good at communicating.
You know, people always give refs from the Northern Hemisphere flack. Bro, Wayne Barnes, he's up there. For me, he's up there with Nigel Owens, because Nigel Owens was also...
Those are the two. That's it.
Brilliant, bro.
Best referees of all time. Those are the two.
So, yeah. But, like...
That was brilliant.
You know, there was no dubious call.
Yeah.
There was
and everything made sense.
Yes, everything did make sense.
Yeah.
Because you remember the first penalty that we got, or it was the second one, where Faf tossed the ball into De Groot.
Yeah.
Same thing with Etzebeth.
Yeah.
And someone was like, no, man, it shouldn't be a penalty. I was like, he's obstructing play. It's not a yellow card, but it definitely is a penalty.
Exactly, yeah. And also, like, I think, like, the way in which everything happened, it felt like every single moment was perfect.
Bro, Mark Telea almost put New Zealand on his back.
Mark Telea is unbelievable. But also, like, what I loved about the second half,
that was treason, bro.
Everyone will tell us, okay, cool, we scored the points, whatever. Our defense won us that game because even if a Mark Telea or Geordie Barrett or Will Jordan made like 15 meters, the next ruck they were back 10.
Will Jordan was non-existent, bro.
Nothing. Had nothing.
And you said so.
We were there to dominate. It was only. And remember, I said this last week, and I want a recording of it.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind the forward pack. Geordie Barrett versus Damon Delindy. Who won that? Damon Delindy.
Yes, told you.
And who won the game? South Africa.
Yeah, nullified Geordie. Geordie forgot his kicking boots at home as well, bro.
But not even that. Even in his ball carrying, like his go forward ball, he wasn't there.
He was
Delindy made that huge break.
He was shook. Bro, there was the one set play. The one from Mwanga skips Ioane to Bowden Barrett. Like
yes.
I was like, what is going on here?
In the wet as well. It was wild. Ryan's doing the show.
Yes. Do you mind if I chime in real quick?
You've already chimed in.
Just on your subject there, I also just want to say with both the teams, the professionalism was awesome.
Yeah.
Like when New Zealand lost, they took it. There was no backfiring of weird comments or anything like that. They took it properly, and I think it was the same with us. There were no arguments with the ref. It was clean. Yeah. Great game to watch.
But for me, it's one of the best rivalries because, like, you see the way we feel about them, they feel the same about us.
Yeah.
Because when we left Super Rugby, actually, great point, Ryan. Because when we left Super Rugby, the New Zealanders were disappointed. They were like,
yeah.
I mean, it's
well, it's yin and yang, right? Because Skeletor needs He-Man.
Yeah. You know? Complete me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Joking, Batman.
Now, guys, listen, we'll cock show here. There had to have been a point where you're already going, okay, what am I going to do when we lose? How do we handle this defeat? Because they're coming, and there was not creaking, but you just need one moment, one person to just misstep, slip. I mean, if Faf doesn't get that ankle tap right,
my man,
I mean, we are gone. And like
the charge down and the ankle tap.
I'm just like Al Pacino, get in here inch by inch.
Yeah. Willie Beeman, bro. You saw Willie Beeman vomiting.
But at one point, come on, there had to be a point where you guys are going, okay, this is going to be bad. What happens now?
I'll tell you.
What point was it?
It was after the. For me, it was when the try that got disallowed.
Yeah.
If that counts, I think we.
But everything's missing conversions. I mean, what are you guys doing here?
That's the South Africa.
Well, that's the thing. Like, also that's where, like, and I've watched
so at what point do you say, how much did we win it versus how much did they lose it?
Bro, but pressure does strange things to people.
Pressure does crazy things to
It does. Roberto Baggio, 94.
That's what we're doing. Divine Ponytail shout out. So listen, I want to talk to you guys about something. We've had the final. We've like broken it down to bits. I want to talk to you guys about something quite controversial that happens afterwards, which is the Team of the Year, the day after World Rugby Awards.
Bro,
there we go. Hello. Team of the Year.
Player of the Year, was it?
I mean, we saw it. Let's talk a little bit about that. Try not to have a South African hat on, right? Because obviously we're going to think, everyone thinks I got the prettiest wife at home. I do. But let's talk about that a little bit.
It is in the eye of the beholder, my man.
Right?
I think for me, the first thing that popped up was the front row. And obviously, those are your first three players. Like, I'm sorry. You cannot tell me that Tide Furlong exiting.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to break your thought process here, but Nick, Senzo is taking out a charger out of his bag.
Yeah.
That is the most intricate, impractical charger to travel around with. It's like a fucking multi-plug.
What are you doing?
There are 2 points, 3 points, there's circles. It's a lot going on there.
Don't ask me to charge your phone.
You can charge everyone's phone. Listen,
I'm a grown-up, bro.
If suddenly there is an absolute grid collapse today, I think it's because of that big-ass charger.
There's no doubt.
Sorry, Nick, I broke up your train of thought.
No. So I get very, very confused about that team, particularly in the front row. The others you can argue a lot. I mean, you're not going to put Oxen Chair there. I would, based on one performance, but unfortunately didn't play enough this year.
One swallow doesn't make a summer.
Exactly. But like Frans Malherbe has been arguably the best scrummager in the world for 5 years.
For 5 years, easily. Since
And
before the
I don't think he's
World
ever
Cup.
made a World Rugby side. Ever.
Honestly, bro.
Bongi Mbonambi, I mean, you could probably argue here and there if Marx was fit. Even actually without Marx winning the World Cup as a player, I think he should have won it anyway. So that for me was a big shock.
Also, coach of the year was like really Oaks.
Come on. How is it not Jacques Nina?
Really Oaks. Farrell.
But I want to throw something at you, right? Let's not dispute. What Ireland have done is phenomenal. A tiny nation.
Quarterfinaling?
No, but bro, listen. Rusty said that when he was in Ireland have 160 professional rugby players. Yeah. South Africa has almost 2,000, right? So your pool is completely different. For Ireland to be anywhere near world number one, and quarterfinals is probably their place, right? But you often see this in a tournament where people go, oh, well, the best coach is the one who won it, right?
Yeah.
And it's very unimaginative, whatever. So at least for them, I know we go, oh, there's a Springbok bias, whatever. But go, you know what? This dude, the resources he's got, think about it, right? New Zealand, South Africa, England, France, that's big nations. And you know what? He's number one. I don't think it's a bad call.
I think what Ireland did was unprecedented.
In what, Oaks, though? But like
I'm prior to the World Cup.
Think of the size of the country, though.
Hold on.
And also think, the size of the country, they've got good club sides.
Yeah, they're decent.
You got to give it. You got
No.
You got to give a shout out.
I think they took
by the way, Irish Embassy. Let's fast track some of my residency there, guys. Let's just move these things along. I'm talking about you. Come on.
But like New Zealand and Ireland, like population-wise, it's kind of the same, bro.
Yeah.
It's 1 million, give or take. I mean, Ireland have like 4.7.
It's true, but New Zealand have the Pacific Islands to steal from.
Oh, right. But Ireland have. Oh. Never mind.
They can't anymore, you see.
Yeah, never mind.
You're talking about heritage. Both of them know a thing or two about rain.
A lot of it.
Big time.
Know about rain.
Yeah, so, I do. I'll probably concede on it, but I just think like Jacques.
But I get what you're saying, Paulo.
Yeah, Jacques should have won in my mind from a Springbok perspective, but I can I see the argument for Andy Farrell. Do I agree with it? No, but I see
really.
It. I see it.
But like, when you broke it down like that, Paulo, like it makes a lot of sense. But also, guys, we forget that Rassi was coaching in Ireland before, so whose playbook did they steal?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so let's move on to that thing, right? So we spoke last week, the last France, right? This is the last dance. Probably more for the Springboks than it was for New Zealand. There's a bit more youth in New Zealand. South Africa, there's a lot of guys that you go, it'll be a stretch to do it, to make it to a third World Cup, let alone win it.
Yeah.
Also, we haven't recycled that like core group, like, bro,
for a while. What happens now? Nick, what happens next? Let's talk about the players.
So I was thinking about this morning. Malcolm Marx is 29.
Yeah, one more.
Andre Pollard's 29.
One more.
Siya Kolisi is only 31.
One more, provided he stays. But
if he can stay fit.
Rupert bought him new knees. So
yeah, there we go.
He
has a whole new knee, bro. That knee's 21.
Also, his agent is the Hove, bro. So like
exactly, his agent will sort him out. It's also only 31.
31.
So I'm saying like, yes, I agree that we need more of a core group. You've got to develop Salman Murat.
Oh, bro.
You've got to develop Salman Murat.
Kanan Moody.
Evan Roos.
Yes.
You've got to get Sanele Nohamba to a better place than he has been.
Thing.
Jaden and Jordan Hendrickse. So you've got to. I mean, Manili Bok's 26 now. So he'll be there, but you need to go. You need to go. Who's the Jasper Visa to our Dwayne Vermeulens?
Yes.
Because that's what we did brilliantly. Yes, Dwayne started at 8, but Jasper Visa got us to that final, right?
I like that's a Sanele Nohamba chat. Because you can see there's something here. It's just what happens in South African rugby a lot of the time. Players get mismanaged.
Yeah.
They get mismanaged.
And that's where Rassi's going to be
kind of club level?
Franchise level.
Franchise level.
Think of, you remember when Dylan Jacob, he was his head boy in my year.
Yes, yeah.
Bro, undoubtedly the best rugby player I've ever played against. Jake White said that guy is a future Springbok. Yeah. In his second game of Super Rugby, he scored a hat-trick and he stepped Mils Moliaina, back-to-back Rugby World Cup champion, out of the park. What happens? People get mismanaged, bro.
He's disappeared.
And you can see it with Nohamba because, I think Nohamba is...
I mean, he ran from the Sharks. So Sharks didn't do enough to keep him. Nice starting at the lines, which is great for him, I think. But you're 100% right. And that's where I think, Rassi's going to step in the interim. Put John Dobson there or Jan Ackerman, whatever. Find someone to coach
John Dobson could, actually, because
that's so this is what I want to ask. Was the player pipeline's always going to be there?
Oh, yeah.
But the management of that is so crucial, right? So Rassi stays involved, right? This is where we're sitting at the moment.
Rassi stays involved, but I don't want him coaching. I don't want him as close to the Springbok side.
Yeah.
His job is done now. He's set up the Springboks as the best team ever. Let them do their thing.
Someone else and
he needs to go into franchise level. He needs to go into Zwide and Soweto and
do you not think that he gets a massive check probably coming with a couple of pound notes on there?
He's already done it. He was in Ireland, for 6 years?
No, but
man, Ireland aren't going to bring bank, man. You think England aren't going to come hard and say,
Eddie Jones was the Stormers' coach.
Yeah.
And then England said,
it was like 22 million rand or something like that.
Sterling.
Do you not think that turns his head?
No.
Nah.
Not Rassi.
Also, he's got nothing left to prove.
Hey, man, listen, you do 3 in a row with 2 different countries. You go down as one of the best coaches in any sport ever.
He's already
done that, bro.
He's already done it.
Think he's done it?
We were 7th in the world. We were 7th in the world, then we won the World Cup.
And he said, British National Lions COVID.
Yeah, he said, come through. I'm done.
And I beat you with my B team, with my second team.
Exactly. But also, I don't think anything takes... And I'll be very sad. I mean, I'll be happy for the guy because I think he's one of the best ever.
Yeah.
But I'll be very sad to see him go because I don't think his work is done yet. To make the big decision of putting Siya Kolisi as captain
that chess
and
move,
change...
That was Fikile Mabula's
Mbalula.
call. Yeah, Mbalula's call.
Must have been, yeah.
But either way, he said it. He said it was his.
No, who Fix?
He's taking credit for it. He
Fix must sit down.
Fix says a lot,
He
bro.
said he was Minister of Sports. He said, let's get away with the
Bro, which portfolio hasn't that guy been in?
He said it.
He's been Minister of everything.
Did you see his outfit for the final? Looked like a goddamn Teletubby in Dolce Gabbana.
Did you see him when Floyd Mayweather was here, what he was wearing? Bro?
Oh, man.
But I
just get away from it.
I genuinely just think like Rassi can go do his passion, and his passion is growing the game. He's done everything he can to inspire South Africans. Greatest rugby captain ever, arguably the greatest captain in any sport ever. Siam Thanda Kolisi,
in any sport,
the greatest of all time. Right, he's done it. Rassi now goes into communities and he develops the game. He goes to under 16, under 17 level. And
he goes to Craven Week.
That's what I'm saying. That's where he needs to be.
That's where it breaks.
You segue that perfectly because I want to talk to you guys about what the future means. I want to talk about B'Nis. Let's talk about B'Nis, right?
Yeah. B'Nis.
After this, I'm pitching. I want to be director of commercial affairs, either at Saru or...
Sorry, I've got no money.
Or Jay-Z, give me a call. After you
go to the Sharks, my man.
Right? No. So... You guys would have seen this. Senzo, you're going to love this. I know you like this stuff. You guys would have seen this, right?
Yeah.
So before the World Cup, they did something where they went, let's look at brand values of the rugby teams. Which rugby team has the biggest brand equity, right? Nick and I, we work in this game. We hear this stuff all the time. Do you know where Springboks were in that list?
1,
3,
6.
Wait.
Wow.
Brand value of rugby teams.
All Blacks are 1, actually.
Of course. All Blacks are number 1.
Look at their sponsor.
England number 2. France 3. Ireland and Wales above us.
Hold on.
Brand value. Okay. So, watch on good. This is out there. You can go find it. I'll put all the links in the show notes.
1 and 2 make sense.
Right?
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Okay. So, we should not be number 6. Now, granted, before the World Cup, things will change. We're not jumping from 6 to number 2.
Sure.
I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Then, at the same, before the World Cup, right, sportspromedia.com.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to bomb this. You can find all the links. They did a report of going a commercial preview of all the World Cup teams. Commercial. What are they worth? What is the value? Right. So New Zealand, guys, I'm going to talk this. It's New Zealand dollars, but I'm going to talk in rand cents, right? And we're going to go
In
like
rand
for like.
sense, I like what you did there again.
Like for like. New Zealand, their technical suppliers Adidas, right?
Yeah. There you
So
go.
from that, it's a multi-year deal. They get 10 million New Zealand dollars a year,
Sure.
which is round about 100 odd million rand, right?
Yeah.
Springboks just signed with Nike. No mention of how much they paid anywhere. Okay, which means two things. If they paid a lot, you'd hear about it, which means it's probably wrapped up in so many bonuses, value, no doubt, but there are achievements. There are image rights. We know because Manchester United left Nike because Adidas put more cash in their pockets. More cash up front, right? So we don't know. But anyway, why don't we know? We don't see what that value's worth, right?
That's true.
Fair enough.
So that's New Zealand getting 100 million odd rand just off that, just off the
Holy
kits, right?
smokes.
Every year. Then we go into talking about front a shirt sponsor. Okay, so I'm not going to mention the brands, our local brands, but Springboks, they get 30 million rand bonus yesterday. We saw the check. But that deal of their front of shirt sponsor, we all know who it is, local company, footprint into Africa, that deal is worth 40 to 50 million a year. Okay.
Rand.
40 to 50, everything's going to be in rands.
Okay.
That front of shirt, so that same inventory is worth 40 to 50 million a year. New Zealand have, go with me on this, I'm talking a lot of shit. New Zealand have Ultrad on their front of shirts.
Bro.
Ultrad, Senzo, you know what they do.
Yeah.
Energy, petroleum, listen, if you're green, sustainable, you're not going to love it.
It's like Gazprom.
Gazprom, right? Now,
Did
I
they
know
have
there's some
Ineos?
connection there. Ineos are involved with them as well.
Yeah.
Ineos are also involved. I'll read the whole list, but it's a mix of local, international, whatever. Ultrad
Yes.
are putting 120 million New Zealand dollars. That is R1 billion. Same inventory. Same profile of team.
Yo.
Same eyeballs. You're going 50 million to R1 billion. Okay?
Yeah.
So Springboks over the course of the 5 years are going to make 250 million rand. New Zealand are going to make R1 billion
Yeah.
rand. Okay? Right? So this is what we're talking about now.
Here it is.
That's exactly what Senzo's looking at, the same article I'm talking about. So,
Jeez,
off
that's a
one,
lot,
same
bro.
inventory. So the thing with South African brands is they get involved with Springboks for GIS, team nation building.
Right.
Nation building. We're the brand that backs the box. We're the brand that backs good South Africa. And it's cool and it's great. And it gets a person to open a bank account with you versus the other bank. It gets a person
So they're
to
playing the
choose.
short game.
Right? It's great for them because those brands, it amplifies. Springboks game isn't, Springboks or Saru's business isn't selling beans or selling airtime. Their business is making Springboks, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, if from one source I'm getting R1 billion, right? One source. Never mind the fact, Senzo, you want to hear this. Clear Lake
Yeah.
have bought an equity stake in New Zealand for 2 billion rand. So of two sources, they've got 3 billion rand just because they're playing a game. Now, another thing, Chasing the Sun. See Chasing the Sun 2 coming. Chasing the Sun, loved it. World-class production. I
bro.
know some people who worked on it. Fantastic. But it's on the local network, right?
Fact.
All Blacks have an all or nothing on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
So you wonder, why are you 6 and why are you 1?
Yeah, you
Okay.
spring factor.
So, if you're going from two sources, I got 3 billion. If South Africa goes, hey, listen, you brand, thank you. The ideal was we work together, we get us to this level. Now that we're at this level, we got to go stratospheric. That's where we're going. Hey, Ineos. Hey, Ultrad.
Bro,
hey, whatever. Give us 1.2 billion because we're back to back. We're dynastic.
We're the greatest to ever do it.
We're mid-90s Bulls. We're
We are
70s and
rugby,
80s
literally.
Liverpool. We're Showtime Lakers.
Yeah.
We're dynastic, right?
That's right.
Because you know who's the last people to notice when a dynasty falls? The people in the dynasty.
Yep.
I support United. I Manchester United. I know this, right?
We were burned, bro.
I know this. But to your point, right? That means that with $1 billion, you can go to every potential hotbed of rugby. And when a child turns 6, boy or girl, because this is where it swings, a rugby ball goes in their hand.
Yeah.
They might not be good. They might not like it. But you're going, if there's something, I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Craven Week, next level. Because you're going, we go dynasty after dynasty after dynasty after dynasty because we start playing on a global scale.
That's a great segue, by the way. But if you look at it right now, right? But I think it's getting there because
But they got to because we got to
get on top of our brand.
But listen, I don't want to be the Grinch, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, once the bus parades are over, once the Gees is over and everyone goes off to their clubs and it dissipates. We can't be sitting there in our fields going, but that. You got to go, why do New Zealand have $1 billion and we don't have $1 billion?
But it's
How do we
though.
get $1 billion?
I'll tell you why.
Whoever from Rock Nation has got to get this. Say, hey, listen, we've got the captain. This guy, like you say, could be one of the best captains ever.
Hold on,
this
bro.
guy's Michael Jordan of rugby, but he doesn't have a gambling problem. Right?
Yeah.
This guy's Michael Jordan of rugby. We're going to take him stratosphere. We need you to be stratosphere. You're that helicopter's Jay-Z. He's negotiating.
But look at it now. So, rugby players signed to Rock Nation, eh? Rugby players signed to Rock Nation. Apelele Fassi, Adi Severe, Cheslin Colby, Jordan Hendrickson, Mario Toje, Sia Kolisi, 10 times Hawarira. Bro, Jay-Z's onto something.
No, but he's got to sign Saru to Rock Nation. You get what I'm saying? Because you talk about Rassie. Let Rassie go and develop. The guy knows. We're a
money
hotbed.
to develop. Huh?
We're a talent factory. And they're doing it despite having this massive financial disadvantage compared to their number one competitor. Because New Zealand will come back. And they got the money to come back.
Yeah.
But they got 3 billion rand to come back. What are you talking about? Clear Lake don't buy duds.
Yeah, exactly.
Except Chelsea.
But think about it, bro. Jay-Z kind of did buy a stake in Saru because him and Mazzotti got in the Sharks.
Listen, man.
No, but remember
all I'm saying.
That's where from a financial point of view, when it comes to the provinces, SA Rugby need to stay the fuck away. Because,
honestly, bro.
Because
They've run it
remember,
to the ground.
1995, they made a decision
to
franchise and privatize every single union. You know who didn't do that?
Nationalizing the mines.
New Zealand.
Exactly.
New Zealand works in a pyramid scheme structure.
Obviously,
Everything
bro.
is about the All Blacks.
Exactly.
And that's where Rassie goes,
Absolutely.
cool, Sharks, have your fun at URC,
but when
give
you
me
come-
KZN RU. That's the difference.
Exactly.
Don't give me Sharks, give me KZN RU.
Spot on, because you've seen it with the New Zealand franchises. Guy can be wearing Nike boots and stuff, but when you play for the All Blacks, my man.
Yeah, you're an Adidas, bro. Black Adidas.
You want to go play in Japan? But only one guy broke that rule. The greatest of all time. You know who it is.
Well, they're breaking it for Sia, aren't they? To play. I think you'll be the first holding Springbok captain to play out of the country.
Probably, but we still pick from Japan. Whereas in New Zealand, if you go to Japan, they don't pick you.
Yeah.
Dan Carter played in France and he was still an All Black, bro. But it's crazy, because also what that does is that it creates synergy. Because I know, Paulo, if I pick the New Zealand squad, all these guys know what style of rugby it is. Look at Sonny Bill Williams. Every franchise he went to,
same style,
slotted in, because it's.
But we've got we SA Rugby got to get better at business, and unfortunately, you had the
But Jake White wanted to
snake
do
and
that, bro.
devil Yuri Roo,
bro,
who is in so much cuck all the time, yet they still have him on their roster. Please, just
bro.
delete the guy. Genuinely, delete the guy. Let him run his Steinhoff illegal stuff. Go, bruh.
Allegedly.
It's not allegedly.
We've seen the documentaries.
Do you agree with the way so if you look at what the Bulls are doing and the way their organization structured, do you agree with it?
I like it, but is it scalable to an entire nation? That's what everyone forgets. We are a big country, bro. We've got a lot of people, a lot of fingers on a lot of different pies. We need one person to go, hey, listen, this is how we're gonna do it.
Who is that guy?
Well, it's not Rassie, because Rassie's the guy on the ground. You need a CEO, pure business mind who looks at rugby in our country as a business
and as a going concern. Yes,
and exactly, because it is big business. It is
Huge.
Stratospheric. Because here's another thing, right?
Lose tradition, bro. Traditions are outdated.
2031 World Cup is in America. Right? Okay. Now, I'm not saying rugby is going to break through to America because they know America's so full of expats. England, New Zealand, Australia, and South Africans, they're filling the games. That's cool. Sure. That's not the worry. But the guys who kind of casual are going, well, I want to get into this. I want to get involved. I want to know what's going on. Oh, those guys who had the Netflix documentary, that's the guys I support. The green and gold. I like it.
They've already started doing it with cricket because there's like a T20 in
that's
America.
what they're doing. So listen, guys, basically what I'm saying is Springboks get a Netflix documentary. Then you're done. That's what I'm saying. And
lose the tradition, bro. Make money.
Well, no, monetize the tradition. Monetize the tradition.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you got to do. We got a legacy. You're 4 times. You're dynastic. You're back to back. We're dynasty.
The greatest rugby nation of all time. Why are we not cashing in?
And we don't play league.
Well, we're not because New Zealand still are. They're still the winningest sports team. I don't know if that stands anymore, but they were at one point.
They can come
wrapping
visit
up,
William.
I want to ask you guys quickly 3 things. Surprise team of the World Cup.
Fiji.
Portugal.
Thank you. Nick
Portugal
stays.
as well.
Nick stays.
Fiji. The
Fiji are iconic.
Breakout player of the World Cup.
Bok. Sorry. Because like people forget that he still only has 9 tests for the Springboks.
Exactly. He woke up and
6 of those were at the World Cup.
Yeah, Mani
Please respect the guy.
Libok's up there.
Can only go one way. Flop of the World Cup. Can we call Australia a flop or it's expected?
As a team, but it was always expected.
Ireland,
France, bruh.
Ireland and France. They shut the bed, for lack of a better term. Because the North was...
Well,
France and then Sam Cane. Because remember, he was injured and he came back and then...
He got caned.
Shame.
All a bunch of
He had
nothing.
a great game against Ireland, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
Sam Cane.
Player of the World Cup?
Ebenezer.
No, Pollard, boy.
Paulo, okay, that's fair.
Pollard.
Your individual moments of the World Cup? Let's go game. Let's go game of the World Cup each.
France.
Anyone South Africa was in. South Africa's last 3.
France, South Africa, I think, is the best game of rugby I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's well-rounded. Because it had everything.
Tries,
it tries. It was high tempo. It was
defense.
It was
also it was also the realization that Antoine Dupont might just become one of the best players ever. Because he's only what is he? 22, 21, and he plays like that.
Hold on. With that being said, you see what France are building. Have you seen their under 20s and stuff?
I cannot wait for France to lose another final next World Cup.
4 in a row.
Bridesmaids, baby.
Yeah, but
too much.
Listen to
Champion du monde, as they say, bro.
Next World Cup 2027.
Are we
three-peating?
Yes.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility. South Africa, guys, we have that thing, eh?
Guys, we're that nation. I don't care.
From 7th to heaven.
7th to heaven, baby.
7 to heaven. We'll leave it there because this podcast has been heaven. Nick, thank you for joining us on this spin-off of Working Title FC. The one's about rugby. You're welcome back anytime. We're going to do stuff, maybe cricket stuff, guys. I'll leave that to you because
We'll change the world.
Working Title FC. Put this
We're
in
going to
your
have a bat
feeds.
fest.
A Nelson, a full Nelson thing? Did I get it right?
Lift the feet.
Triple Nelson.